2021 Pavilion 13 is a huge leap over previous generations in almost every aspect. If you're looking to maximize performance, display quality, and portability without emptying your bank account, then the new Pavilion is looking like a top contender. Not to be confused with the popular Gigabyte Aero, the Pavilion Aero is the latest 13.3-inch budget laptop from HP to directly succeed the 2020 Pavilion 13. The newer model changes things up by introducing a brand new chassis, AMD processor, and even a 16:10 aspect ratio for the very first time in the Pavilion 13 series. Meanwhile, the new Aero moniker signifies a much lighter weight when compared to the previous generation model in spite of all the performance and display upgrades. Our unit in review is a higher-end configuration with the Ryzen 7 5800U, 1200p display, 512GB NVMe SSD, and 16 GB of RAM for just under $1,000. Other options are available with lesser Ryzen 5 CPUs, half the RAM, or a higher resolution 1600p panel, but all configurations come with integrated graphics. Competitors to the Pavilion Aero 13 include other budget to mid-range 13-inch subnotebooks like the Asus VivoBook S13, Lenovo IdeaPad 3 and IdeaPad 5 series, Dell Inspiron 13, or the Acer Spin 5. The 2021 Pavilion Aero 13 uses the same magnesium aluminum alloy materials as the 2020 Pavilion 13 for its outer cover, keyboard deck, and bottom piece, but with changes to the overall design. Bezels are narrower, corners and edges are flatter and sharper, and the clickpad is larger. The refined appearance makes the Pavilion look more like an Envy or Spectre, albeit without the higher quality chassis materials. Chassis rigidity hasn't changed from last year's model, meaning surfaces still flex much more than they would otherwise on an Envy, Spectre, ZenBook, XPS, or Blade Stealth. Such models are typically heavier and with higher retail prices. Overall weight has been reduced by more than 200 g year-over-year for a noticeably lighter and more travel-friendly system. The narrower bezels likely contributed to the much lighter weight. The Dell XPS 13 is heavier by at least 200 g, while the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i 13 weighs nearly the same. Port options are identical to the 2020 Pavilion 13 except that HP has dropped the microSD reader. It's clear that the company is pushing its Quick Drop software, which allows for file transfers between Wi-Fi-enabled devices via direct wireless connection. Thunderbolt is not available since the Pavilion is an entry-level laptop. The AMD CPU doesn't natively support the standard, anyway. Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth are provided by a Realtek RTL 8852AE module. While transfer rates appear steady, they can't seem to approach the same highs as the more common Intel AX201 when paired with our Netgear RX200 test router. Removing the bottom panel requires a Phillips screwdriver and sharp edge. Unfortunately, the 5 screws are hidden underneath the fragile rubber feet, meaning it's troublesome to remove the bottom panel. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.